Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Ram
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram.
Krishna Hare
जय श्री
Hare
कृष्ण
Ram Ram
चैतन्य
Ram
प्रभु नित्यानंद
Krishna
श्री
Krishna Krishna
अद्वैत
Krishna
गदाधर
Hare Hare Ram
श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद
Krishna Krishna Krishna
जय
Krishna
श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद Hare Krishna everyone. So today is 10th of January 2024. It is Wednesday and it is Pausha Masa or Narayana Masa, Krishna Paksham and Chaturdasi Tithi. So there are no Vaishnav events today. So we shall quickly enter into Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. So in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Parikshit Maharaj, so he is humbly standing before all the great sages and submitted his decision that he is going to do Prayopavesha to fast until death. And also he is glorifying all the great sages. They have appeared there, and due to the Pandavas, they become the pure devotees of the Lord. And Parikshit is the descendant of those Pandavas. And generally, the Brahmanas and great sages, they keep all the kings and all the people in the um, politics. They're far away from their day-to-day life. So that is the Brahmanas life. But today, all these great sages, they have come to me. And Parikshit Maharaj is glorifying those sages. So how fortunate I am. I am the descendant of Pandavas. Likewise, so he has been glorifying one side his ancestors and also the Brahmanas. And further, Parikshit, today he is saying about the his position now. So due to the he has been thinking that he has made an offense towards the Brahmana, and because of that, keeping that one as a small reason, and the Supreme Personality of Godhead, what he did. So this Parikshit Maharaj, my pure devotee, he is completely absorbed in the material affairs, and so because of that, so just to give him an opportunity. I mean, to take him back to the Godhead, who is always in this material affairs, even though he is a pure devotee. So, in the form of a Brahmana's curse, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is appearing in front of Parikshit Maharaj. So, likewise, he is saying, so wherever the Lord is there, all these saintly people and great sages, Brahmanas, everyone will be present. Now, all these saintly people and all these Rajashis, Devarshis, everyone, they have come to that place wherever Parikshit is doing. So that means the Supreme Personality of Godhead is present there. So likewise, Parikshit is saying today. So we are in the first canto, chapter 19, verse number 14. So the yesterday's verse, he was saying about the Ahovayam Dhanyatamadupanam Mahattama Anugrahaniya Silaha Rajnam Kulam Brahmana Pada Saucha Dhurad Visrustum Bhatagarhya Karma. And today he is saying um, Tasyaiva me agasya paravaresho Vyasakta Chittasya Gruheshu Abhikshnam Nirveda Dvijasaparupo Yatra Prasakto Bhayamasu Dhatte Tasyavami Agasya Paravaresho Tasyavami Agasya Tasyaiva. So towards the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Evami Agasya. So definitely for keeping this the small sin, whichever I have committed towards the Brahmana. Tasya evame agasya paravaresho, the supreme personality of Godhead. Para, avara, isho. Para is the supreme abode, and avara is the material abode. And isho, who is the controller of both. Paravaresho, tasyavame agasya paravaresho, vyasakta chittasya gruheshu abhikshnam. Vyasakta is overly attached. His mind is completely absorbed to this material world. Gruheshu, in the family affairs. Vyasakta chittasya gruheshu abhikshnam, all the time. And what Lord is doing? Nirveda mulo dvijasaparupo. Nirveda mulo. That is the source of detachment coming from dvijasaparupo in the form of the Brahmanas curse. Dvija Syaparupo. Yatra prasakto bhayamasu dhatte. And when one is engaged in the family affairs, yatra prasakto bhayamasu dhatte, the fearfulness automatically overtake. It would take into those people. Yatra prasakto bhayamasu dhatte. We do not know how this fear is going to take place. All the time we are engaging in our material activities, but we think that this person is the reason, for this kind. But here the Lord is going to show that kind of situations, like we completely detach from the material affairs. If we still attach it, Lord will take over due to the time factor. Sarva mrityu harasyaham, in the form of death or the time factor. So here the Lord has appeared in front of Parikshit in the Nirveda Mulo Dvijasaparupo to make him free from this all the material entanglement. And this material world is very all the time. We do not know whenever this bhayam is it is a fearfulness. It is the time is the one which makes one to fear. That is it. We do not recognize that the time is the only fearful thing in this material world. Yatra prasakto bhayamasu dhatte. So likewise, Parikshit is saying, Tasyavami aghasya paravaresho vyasakta chittasya gruheshu abhikshnam nirveda mulo dvijasaparupo yatra prasakto bhayamasu dhatte. So translation for this verse. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, the controller of both the transcendental and mundane worlds, has graciously overtaken me in the form of a Brahmana's curse. Due to my being too much attached to family life, the Lord, in order to save me, has appeared before me in such a way that only out of fear I will detach myself from the world. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Maharaja Parikshit, although born in a family of great devotees, the Pandavas, and although securely trained in transcendental attachment for the association of the Lord, still found the allurement of mundane family life so strong that he had to be detached by a plan of the Lord. Such direct action is taken by the Lord in the case of a special devotee. Maharaja Parikshit could understand this by the presence of the topmost transcendentalists in the universe. The Lord resides with his devotees, and therefore the presence of the great saints indicated the presence of the Lord. The king therefore welcomed the presence of the great rishis as a mark of favor of the Supreme Lord. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So this is once again beautiful purport Prabhupada has given. Maharaja Parikshit, even though not only Maharaja Parikshit, everyone, even the devotees of the Lord, they are all happily carrying out their family affairs. So that is, Prabhupada still found allurement of mundane family life. So the Lord, whenever he sees, when the tree is having a fruits, initially it gives the flowers and then it will slowly it will grow to the a little fruit which is not yet ripened, unripened one. And gradually in due course of time, it will ripe very nice. But whenever it is juicy and take, then the owner of that tree, he will take that fruit and uh, he will relish it. Likewise, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whenever he sees that this devotee is ripened, and then he will take that devotee into his abode to carry out the pastimes with that devotee. And everything else in this material world is temporary. Either the Lord shows mercy or not, it is always fearful. But the Lord is merciful towards his pure devotees. He will take them back. Tam Tvam Saranyam. This is Devhuti Mata says, um, Tam Tvam Saranam Saranyam Gato Sobhrutya Samsara Taruh Kutaram. Sobhrutya Samsara Taruh Kutaram. Oh, my dear Lord, if you think this particular devotee is your pure devotee, then you would take him Taruh Kutaram, just like cut the family tree, and then you will take him back with you. So, likewise, here the Lord is making a plan to the Parikshit Maharaj to be detached from these material affairs. That is a special devotee. Direct action is taken by the Lord in the case of a special devotee. And also in the other side, all these great saintly people, they have come from different universes. I mean, different parts of the universe. Anyeti devasya brahmasya vartya rajasya vartya arunadayasha nana arshaya pravran sametan. All these people, they have come along with their disciples. That means the wherever the Lord's glories are singing by the devotees, there the Lord is there. So here all the sages have come to that place, and now Parikshit is mentioning that the Lord is present here because all his devotees and brahmanas and sages are appearing here. So that is also one very beautiful thing. Wherever the devotee is there, the Lord is present there. He is the Tirtha. And Bhavan, this is also Bhavadvida Bhagavataha, Tirtha Bhotaha, Bhavadvida Bhagavataha, um, Tirthani Kurvanti. So this is also very beautifully mentioned. So I do not get that verse. Okay. Um, wherever the Tirthe Kurvanti Tirthani, Tirthe Kurvanti Tirthani, they will sanctify the place and they will make that place as the pilgrimage. That is the likewise the king is glorifying the presence of all these brahmanas. So otherwise, devotees they are engaging in the so they are also Atmaja Istagara Pasu Dravina Bandhushu Niruda Mola Pradaya Atmanum Bahumanyate. So there in another place, Kapil Bhagavan says that all the people Atmajaya Sutagara Pasudravina Bandishu, when they have got all the nice family and children and everything, all the animals like cows and everything, paraphernalia, Atmajaya Stagara, Pasudravina Bandishu, Niroda Mola Hudaya, Atmanu Bahumanyate, I am very great fortunate. I am a great fortunate person in this world. I have got all happiness. Likewise, one thinks that Gruheshu Koda Dharmeshu Dukka Tantreshu Atinditaha Dukka Pratikaram Kurvan Dukka Pratikaram Sukwan Manyate. So he thinks that he makes all kinds of pains into his life. Dukka Tantreshu Atindritaha. So many things. I wanted to build this house. I wanted to get so much of riches. I wanted to make everything so that my children will be happy, my family will be happy. Like that. Guheshu Kotatantreshu Dukka Tantreshu Atindritaha. He will increase so many pains in his life. But what he would do, Kurvan Dukkha Pratikaram, he tries to counteract those painful things and he thinks that Sukhavan Manyate, Sukhavan, he thinks that he is enjoying. But here, what he is doing, Nirveda Mulo Dvijasaparupo, that Niroda Mola Hridaya, and the Lord is cutting that knot of the family affairs through Nirveda Mulo Dvijasaparupo in the form of Brahmanas. So likewise, Parikshit is understanding, that is the self-realization, is reflecting everything. So whenever we see Parikshit is observer, who is observing, that is our reflection. Here one side is the past time is going on and what it happens to us as a devotees and the Krishna followers of Prabhupada and Krishna's footsteps. We are reflecting these things. What is right, what is not right. What is permanent, what is not permanent, what is happening to me in day-to-day life, every moment. That is the observation we have to be looking at. What is happening to my senses, what is happening to my desires, which are attached to this material world. That we have to see whether desires are getting increased or decreased, whether my senses are being purified, whether they are being attached to Krishna or attached to the material things. So that we have to observe every moment. That is the Parikshit. So here Parikshit is the he is understanding that the Lord is appearing in front of him through Nirveda Mulo Dvijasaparupo. So that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Tasya vami agastya paravaresho vyasakta chittasya griheshu abhikshnam Nirveda Mulo Dvijasaparupo yatra prasakto bhayamasu dhatte. Bhayam. This is the very the topmost ingredient in this material world, which is influenced by the time. Okay, so that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. We shall quickly enter into Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today it is letter to Yadavananda, December 2, 1969, London. Can I request any dear devotees to read this small letter only? It is about the initiation.
My Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. My dear Yadavananda, please accept my blessings. I am in due receipt of your letter dated November 25th, 1969, along with your beads. I have chanted one round upon these beads, and I'm pleased to accept you as my disciple. Your initiated name is Yadavananda, which means he who gives pleasure to the Yadu dynasty. This is Krishna, and you are Yadavananda Das, the servant of Yadavananda. Except for persons who are Krishna consciousness, everyone is to one degree or another the servant of Maya or illusion. The purpose of our Society for Krishna Consciousness is to train people in the science of breaking their servitorship to Maya and re-establishing their relationship with Krishna as his loving servitor. When we act in this position of Krishna's servitor, very soon we understand that this is our natural constitutional position, and thus we remain our constitutional qualities of eternity, bliss, and knowledge. Actually, these qualities are always there, but now they have been covered up by material contamination. But as Lord Chaitanya has recommended by this process of Sankirtana, which we are propagating throughout the world, the heart will very soon become cleansed of all such material misgivings. Therefore, you should arrange your schedule in such a way that at every minute of every day you will be chanting Hare Krishna or serving Lord Krishna in some other way. This will make you advance very swiftly, and Gaura Sundara will be very helpful in giving you instruction in this connection. You should chant at least 16 rounds on your beads every day and avoid the 10 offenses to chanting. The 4 basic regulative restrictions for initiated disciples are that we do not indulge in illicit sex life, intoxication, meat eating, and gambling. When you have any questions, you would immediately consult Gaura Sundara. or some other elder god brother or sister, or else you are always welcome to question me directly. It is my duty to guide you as far as possible. I hope this will meet you in good health. Your ever well-wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you, Mataji. Any takeaway points, Mataji?
Well, this letter was addressed to, what's his name again? Sorry. Yadavananda. Prabhupada was saying that he's already done the rounds of the bead, which is the beads that are going to be used for his chanting 16 up to 16 rounds or more. So it's been blessed, and it means that he must the reason he gives pleasure to Yadu dynasty. This is Krishna himself, and he's saying that he become a servant of Krishna. So he must adhere to all these principles and regulations so that he can keep up with it. And gradually he must he must do 16 rounds or more, not just one or two. And so his serving the Lord at a higher level has begun, and he must keep it up. And so and these qualities, he said, we were put in this position in the material world to face difficulties so that we can climb out of it and get our heart cleansed and be able to be pure devotees. So by performing these actions, by being such a dedicated serving Krishna, you become cleansed, your heart become cleansed, and you will be en route of the path to Krishna consciousness, and that will bring you closer to Krishna. And he says about Lord Chaitanya recommended this process about persevering with the Sankirtan movement. So by so doing, by keeping on this path, you will become, you will be released of this material contamination, which is engaged in the material world. So everybody's put on this world to face the material misgivings, but it's by taking this route, by taking up Krishna consciousness and getting initiated, it will help you to you have to avoid the 10 offenses as well as the 4 regulative principles, which is illicit sex, intoxication, meat eating, and gambling. And if you have any difficulties, you need to consult your god brothers. He actually recommended one, but if that person isn't there, any god brother or god sister will be able to help him in the right direction. So if you need guidance, there is enough people to support you. You're not going to be left on your own. What else is there? So if you disagree with this process, you will remain in the entanglement of Maya, and becomes, if you're in illusion and you do not proceed or take to this path, you become you would sorry, Prabhu, I'm not in a good state to concentrate at the moment. Haribol.
Thank you so much, Mataji. You have summarized everything beautifully. Very nice letter. Thank you so much, Mataji. Any other points, dear devotees, you wanted to mention? Okay, so Prabhupada is one point. Yadavananda, so whenever Lord appeared in the Yadukula, so he was giving it Mangalayata Lokanam, Kshemayata Bhavayata, Aste Yadukula Ambhodau, Adjo Ananta Saka Puman, Yad Bahudanda Guptayam, Sopuriyayam Yadavo Achitaha, Kridanti Paramananda Mahapaurishikaiva. When Lord appeared there, everyone in the Yadu family, they are Kridanti Paramanandam Mahapaurishkaya, just like a transcendental people. Mahapaurishkaya, like Vaikuntha people, they were enjoying like that. So here, so the Prabhupada is giving, who gives that pleasure to the Edu dynasty? So Krishna is glorifying that Edu Kula. So Lord has appeared, Mangalayach Lokanam, Kshemayach Bhavayach. Very beautiful thing. So here, that name is being given to this Prabhuji, Yadavananda Das. And then everything is that Prabhupada is mentioning our re-establishing the relationship with Krishna as his loving servitor. Okay, that is my takeaway. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it is recommended this process. Always when we keep hearing ourselves, Adhyatmika Anushravanat, Nama Sankirtanachami, Adjave Narsanghena, Niraham Kriyatada, then things will be very beautiful. Adhyatmika Anushravanat, Nama Sankirtanachami, whenever hearing and chanting these names and hearing the Krishna Katha, in such a way, Arjivena Arisingena, with simple living and devotees association, Nirham Kriyatada, without attachment to this material world, we re-establish our loving relationship with Krishna and back to Godhead. So that is path will be very easy and clear. That is our blissful position. So for that, we need to avoid the 10 offenses when chanting and follow the regulative principles. So that is very beautifully Prabhupada is explaining here. That is my takeaway points. Any other points, dear devotees? Okay. From the announcements point of view, so yesterday it was very beautiful session with Sridhar Govindas Prabhuji. It was very nice to have different reflections from the Bhagavad Gita. Prabhu has given different examples and stories with the pastings of the Lord. It is wonderful. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. And the next Tuesday, we have session, teaching practice session with Bhakti Devashish Prabhuji. So hope to hear Prabhuji soon. That's all from the announcements point of view. And today evening, we have got Kirtan evening at 8:30 p.m. That's all from me. And dear devotees, if you have got any updates or you wanted to share anything on Krishna consciousness, kindly share. Okay, so if there are no further updates, then we shall conclude and continue with further japa. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो
नमो नमः
अनन्तकोटिकृष्ण भक्तवृन्दे
की जय प्रभुपाद की जय
Hare Krishna, Hare
हरे
हरे कृष्ण
कृष्ण जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री
नित्यानंद श्री वैष्णव श्री वासुदेव भक्तवृंद
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु
चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री वैष्णव